it's Rococo back with another planning video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some systems for planning out meals. Now, I personally do meal preps most of the time. I prepare, portion, and pack for a week to a month ahead. However, whether you do meal prep, make ahead meals, or you just get tired of having to come up with what to eat on the spot every day, these tools can come in handy for you. I keep all my meal planning stuff in this binder so I can access it easily. As you first open it up, you have my recipe cards. I make these ones myself. I don't know if you can even buy recipe cards outside of Etsy or eBay or a thrift store, but I find them handy for how I do my meal planning. Fun fact, I collect cookbooks, and that's how I got into recipe cards. A 1970s Betty Crocker recipe card box find specifically. If you're interested in what kind of food I actually make, feel free to check out my main Instagram page, Rococo Sparkle, where I post my meals during cooking weeks. The next section here is my shopping lists. I take my shopping lists seriously, folks. I like to know what I'm getting, where I'm getting it, and in what order. So I have 3 types to choose from. First one is divided into store. Let's say you need to get some ingredients for dinner, grab some planner supplies that just dropped, and replace that plant your cat ate. Each one of those things can be sorted into their category, and then when you get to the store, you're not scrambling to find which thing you needed to buy where. My second option here is by store section. This is my most used shopping list, as I'm not really doing any extra shopping nowadays. I've got the sizing based on how I generally shop, but it's definitely something that could be maneuvered around to fit your needs. I prefer to color code things so it's easy to tell them apart. And if I ever run out of space in one of my sections, like if I needed a lot of non-perishables for some reason, I can just transfer them over to a different one and mark that I've done that with a note. Even though I only cook for myself and my family, unless it's a special occasion and we're eating together, the shopping list is for the whole house, so it does fit a lot in there. The final shopping list I have is a reusable one. I've gone ahead and made a bunch of laminated items that would pop up regularly on my shopping list or things that sounded like something I would use, and I've got them in this little baggie here that clips into my binder. This way I can kind of brainstorm what I want if I'm not going off of a specific recipe. Or, for whatever reason, if I'm not using one of my pre-designed lists and I just need to think for a moment on where things go before I make my physical list to bring with me. It might also be a fun thing to do with your kids. I don't know, I don't have kids, but it feels like an interactive thing, and it could help you to get more of the family involved and excited about keeping up with the household stuff. Now that we've covered that, let's talk about how I organize my meal ideas. We'll divide this section into menu pages and planners by day, week, and month. We have 3 options again here in the menu plans, though they're mostly aesthetic over anything else. I designed them to be based on the recipe cards that I use. You could design yours however you like. I wanted something I could easily attach my cards to, but still have space to take notes on or adjust as I please. If you don't have a dedicated binder or menu space, you could use it as a sectional insert as well. Plus, there's always the option to decorate and make it pretty. I see you, sticker lovers. I know you see all that space. These menu pages also work great for converting to a reusable format. Lamination or putting them in a frame makes them dry erase friendly, so you can use them over and over. Plus, dry erase boards are just fun, IMO. Now for our planners. Technically, these could be planners or trackers depending on how you use them. I plan ahead as versus track as I go, so I'll call them planner. But that's the great thing about inserts. You can use them however works for you. The daily planners would probably be the most common with people who log or track their meals. But if you're somebody who likes to eat something new every day, or someone who doesn't like leftovers, this could help you out a lot. You could even do a couple day pages in advance and just pull that sheet from your planner and put it up on your fridge or whatever as a reference so you're not stuck in the moment trying to remember. I've gone ahead and made personal, couple, and family options for all of these, by the way. Keep in mind this is intended for organizational use only. If you're not the one tasked with making or providing the food, there's no need to be keeping track of what anyone else eats. I only see myself needing the personal right now because, again, I'm only in charge of my own meals. But I feel like it's good to have a reference if you decide to do one for yourself. The next one is the weekly. You'll notice that just like the daily, I have included spaces for notes as well as your base content. While I divided the paired option again, I kept the individual and family options open-ended. I feel like it allows for much more freedom as far as personal divisions go. Like the daily, there are spaces for the 3 main meals and snacks, but this time, you can do the whole week at once. I think this is a great idea if you're doing big batches or if you want to match up your grocery list. I like the weekly because it's the right combination of detail and advanced knowledge to make me feel like I really have a handle on my week. I just like knowing what's going to happen. Last but not least in this section, we have our monthly view. I usually use a combination of a monthly and a weekly so I get a better all-around view of what I need but still have space for details. Comment down below if you combine views too. I've definitely seen them around and I'd love to hear about what you do. Last but not least, I have a couple little cheat sheets in the back of my binder. These are calorie cheat sheets from when I'm writing my own recipes. This is not a necessary insert for most. Your dietary choices are between you and a trusted professional only. If you're in charge of your own meals, then there is no reason for you to have your food dictated to you by others. We don't do toxic diet culture here. We're making meal plans because we as individuals deserve the care and love of taking time to make our lives less hectic. We're loving ourselves and we're not using this as a tool to make us feel conditionally worthy. Okay? That being said, I do write and create my own recipes sometimes, and I like to keep my information well-rounded, so I include basic nutritional information like which dietary restrictions they align with and their calorie count, which is why I have those pages. As far as my binder goes, that's all I have in it for you today. I think I may do a decor series where I jazz up some of my more naked binders like this, and I think it'll be fun to play around with what we can do. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It means so much to me to see everybody who does take that effort. It just shows me I'm making the kind of content you like and gets me excited for the next one. As we close out the week, please remember, stay safe, and you are worthy and amazing exactly as you are. Until next time, love ya!